Somewhere in the universe, right now, a bubble may already be forming, not a bubble of water or air, a bubble that erases the laws of physics themselves, and if it exists, it is expanding at the speed of light. You would never see it coming. You would simply cease to exist, mid-thought, mid-breath, without warning. This is not science fiction. It's a real possibility taken seriously by some of the world's leading physicists. It's called the false vacuum. To understand it, imagine a ball resting on a hillside. It looks stable, it looks safe. But just below it, hidden by a small ridge, lies a much deeper valley. The ball isn't truly at rest, it's waiting. One nudge, one tremor, and it rolls further down, releasing energy it didn't know it was holding. Physicists believe our universe might be exactly like that ball, not in the lowest, most stable energy state possible, but in a false one. A fragile equilibrium that feels permanent but isn't. This idea comes from quantum field theory, and at its center is the Higgs field, the invisible field that gives particles their mass. Every point in space is filled with it, and the value of that field determines whether reality as we know it can even exist. Here's where it gets unsettling. Calculations based on the mass of the Higgs boson, discovered at CERN in 2012, and the mass of the top quark suggest our universe may not sit at the lowest possible energy level. We might be living in a false vacuum, a false ground floor with a true basement still beneath us. If that's true, somewhere, at some point, a random quantum fluctuation could push a tiny region of space into that lower true vacuum state, and when that happens, a bubble of true vacuum would form, smaller than a proton at first, but it wouldn't stay small. That bubble would expand outward in every direction at the speed of light. There would be no warning, no signal traveling ahead of it because nothing can outrun light. Inside the bubble, the fundamental constants of physics would be different. The mass of particles, the strength of forces, even the concept of matter as we know it, rewritten instantly. Atoms could not hold together, chemistry would not function, stars, planets, and every form of life within the bubble would not fade away. They would stop being possible all at once. This isn't a bomb. It's a phase transition, the same category of event as water freezing into ice, but instead of freezing water, it would be freezing the laws of reality itself. And here's the part that keeps physicists up at night. This could already be happening somewhere in the observable universe, and because nothing can travel faster than the bubble's edge, we would have zero warning before it reached us. So, should you be afraid? Here's the reassuring part. If our universe truly is metastable, calculations suggest the expected timescale for this kind of decay is astronomically longer than the current age of the universe, vastly longer, in fact, than the time it will take for stars to stop forming altogether. This is a leading theoretical hypothesis, not a confirmed prediction, and it depends on physics beyond what we've fully measured, including how the Higgs field behaves at energies far beyond what any collider on Earth can reach. Some physicists argue new physics, undiscovered particles or forces, could stabilize the vacuum entirely, meaning we might not be standing on a hidden cliff edge after all. But the true power of this idea isn't the fear, it's the perspective it offers. The false vacuum theory forces us to confront something profound: the universe we experience, the laws we take for granted, gravity, electromagnetism, even our own existence, may not be permanent truths carved into reality. They may simply be the current chapter of a much larger, unfinished story. We build careers, cities, civilizations, believing the ground beneath us, literally the fabric of physical law, is fixed forever. But physics suggests that stability itself might be a kind of illusion, a pause between one state of existence and another. And maybe that's not a reason for fear, maybe it's a reason for wonder. Because if the universe itself is still capable of change on the deepest possible level, then nothing about existence should ever be taken for granted. Not the stars, not the sky, not this very moment you're experiencing right now. So here's the question worth sitting with. If reality itself is only temporarily stable, what does that mean for the way we choose to spend the time we have inside it?